Hello everyone, welcome to the Agro World channel. Today we will discuss about the cell cycle and cell division. So let's start. Cell division is the process of formation of new cells from the pre-existing cells is known as cell division. And the cell which undergoes division is known as mother cell, and the new cells which are formed by the process of division are called daughter cells. So this is cell division. Cell cycle consists of two phases. First is interphase and second is mitotic phase. Interphase includes three substages: G1 phase, S phase and G2 substages. Next is mitotic phase. Mitotic phase is the cell division that converts one mother cell, one parent cell into two daughter cells. So that includes various stages: prophase, metaphase, anaphase and telophase. Now we discuss one by one. This is our cell cycle. It includes two phases. One is interphase and another is M phase or mitotic phase. So interphase includes G1 phase, S phase, G2 phase, and M phase, mitotic phase, includes prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase. Okay. So first is our interphase. First substage is G1 phase. This is the longest phase and it is present between the telophase and S phase. It is also called as pre-DNA replication phase because this stage comes before S phase. One thing that is important, that cell cycle moves clockwise. So we can't say G1 is the cell stage between S phase and telophase. No, that is wrong. G1 is the substage between telophase and S phase. That is the right. So G1 is the pre-DNA replication phase. This is the stage between telophase and S phase, and it is the longest phase among the three subphases. Second is S phase. S phase is called as, S means synthesis phase, and it is called as DNA replication phase. And this phase occurs between G1 phase and G2 phase. Next is our G2 phase. G2 phase occurs between S phase and prophase. This is the post DNA replication phase. G2 is the post DNA replication phase. Why? Because it comes after S phase, synthesis phase. In G1 and G2 phases, RNA and protein synthesis takes place, while in S phase, DNA synthesis takes place. Then after interphase completed through G1, S and G2 phase, the cell undergoes mitotic phase, mitotic division. That is prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase, and then cytokinesis occurs and one parental cell converts into two daughter cells. So that is our mitosis. Let's see, parent cell, one parent cell to two daughter cells. The cell has to go through various substages like prophase, metaphase, anaphase and telophase. Now we will see one by one what happens at these cell stages. First is our interphase. First cell undergoes interphase where G1 phase, S phase and G2 phase takes place. Means the cell prepare its DNA, RNA and protein synthesis takes place. After that it goes under mitotic phase where prophase comes, and prophase is the longest phase It consists of early prophase, mid prophase and late prophase. So prophase starts immediately after the G2 stage of interphase, where chromosomes looks like thin thread and uncoiled in the early prophase, but they become shortened, coiled and more distinct during the mid prophase. Then in the late prophase, chromosomes appears more short and thick. The two chromatids of each chromosome held at centromere are visible under the light microscope. And in the end of the prophase, the nuclear membrane and nucleolus disappears. All these things happens in prophase. Then after prophase, the cell undergoes metaphase stage. This phase, metaphase phase, begins after prophase. Here the spindle fibers are formed and chromosomes are aligned on the equatorial plate. You can see clearly in the diagram that the chromosomes are aligned on the metaphasial plate, or you can say equatorial plate. Chromosomes are attached to the spindle fibers at the centromere and they are clearly visible at metaphase. Chromatids of each chromosome are joined together at the point of centromere, but their arms are free. Then after metaphase, anaphase stage comes. At this stage, chromatid separates at the centromere and move towards opposite poles. Chromatids of each chromosome become free at the centromere, but each chromatid is attached to the spindle fibers. These chromatids move apart. One goes to one pole and other towards the other pole. After separation, each chromatid becomes the chromosome. So separation of chromatids takes place at anaphase stage. Then after anaphase, telophase stage comes. The chromosome reach the poles. The last stage, telophase, begins. The spindle fibers disintegrate. A new nuclear membrane is formed at the each pole covering the chromosomes. The nucleoli also reappear at each pole. Chromosomes again become thinner and longer by uncoiling and unfolding and look like the thread structures under the light microscope. At prophase, the nuclear membrane and nucleolus disappears, and here in telophase, both the nuclear membrane and the nucleolus reappears. Both disappears at prophase, at the late prophase, and they reappear again in the telophase. Then after telophase, the cytokinesis takes place. The division of cytoplasm is called as cytokinesis. In plants, the division of cytoplasm takes place due to the formation of cell plate. The formation of cell plate begins in the center of the cell, which move towards the periphery in both the sides, dividing the cytoplasm into two daughter cells. So in this way, the single parent cell divides into two daughter cells through mitosis. So all these stages converts a single parental cell into the two daughter cell through cell cycle and mitotic division. Now, what are the importance of mitosis? Number one, that is essential for normal growth and development of the body. Second, formation of new parts like roots, leaves, stem, branches, and also helps in repairing of damaged parts. Third one is it is useful in maintaining the purity of types. Yes, this is very important. Why it is? How it maintains the purity? Because it leads to the production of identical daughter cells. The daughter cells formed in the mitosis that is identical to its mother parent, and it does not allow segregation and recombination. So mitosis maintains the purity of types. Next, in animals, mitosis helps in continuous replacement of old tissues with the new, such as gut epithelium and blood cells. Yes. Then after fusion of male and female gametes, zygote is formed, and mitosis is responsible for the development of zygote into an adult organism. Yes. After fusion of male and female gamete, when zygote is formed, then from the stage of zygote, one cell stage, to the whole organism, various divisions takes place, like from 1 to 2, 2 to 4, 4 to 8, 8 to 16, 16 to 32, 32 to 64. Like this, the mitosis converts a zygote into the adult organism. So this is a very important phenomenon that takes place in plants as well as animals. So this is all about today. Thank you very much. In the next class, we will deal with the meiosis.